my God.
Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix After Show. We started a conversation. So Whip caught a video of an SNL sketch that he had never, ever seen before.
Oh, somehow I missed this.
It's Matt Damon when he hosted a few years ago anyway, but they're doing a sketch where he's at a dinner party and he's obsessed with Weezer.
Yeah.
And like Leslie Jones is his wife and they're there and like
She's the opposite.
She's the opposition.
Yeah, it's
Right, right,
distinct
right.
without difference, but yeah, she's
Yeah.
in the other couple
Yes.
across the table,
Yes,
and
yes,
they
yes.
start getting into it.
And they're
Right.
like Pinkerton versus Blue
Right,
Album.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he really loves Weezer and she doesn't. But then you started talking about another sketch.
Well, no, that one, she had to do research. If there was something after, and they're like, how the hell did this Weezer thing come up? She's like, I don't even know a thing about Weezer. And so she had to like do her own, like, what is Pinkerton and the Brown Album,
Right.
you know, or whatever. But it's very weird and inside.
It is amazing the amount of SNL sketches that will pop up on YouTube, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. And it'll be a really famous person in it. And you're like, how have I never seen this? It's
Right.
Matt Damon. But a couple of those people were in town. Like recently, the guy who's on there now, he does Trump on there now. He's like a young guy. He did stand up here.
impressions? Yeah, yeah.
And then the Don't Destroy guys who do their videos, they were here. The Please Do Not Destroy. They were like found on TikTok, and now they're writers on SNL.
Are they
And
the
they do
ones who?
videos.
So I see SNL like I never see a whole episode, probably like most people. So I've seen. Are they the guys who are like
In an office?
supposed to be the writers,
Yes.
or maybe they are the writers
Yeah.
and it's about themselves?
Yes.
Okay.
And
yeah.
they're a sketch comedy group that
Okay.
blew up on the internet, and then SNL hired them. So I don't know if they do other stuff or just those sketches, but they get the hosts in them too, which is pretty great.
It is weird. So, like earlier today, Whip, you did a story about someone lying about having the lottery ticket.
Yeah, which is just
And
bizarre.
all that
Right.
kept coming, these skits from your childhood or from SNL, like all I kept thinking about was John Lovitz when he was like
Yeah.
compulsive liar. And he would go, yeah, that's the ticket.
That's the ticket. Literally, that's the
That's
ticket.
the ticket the
Yeah.
entire time. And it's so weird how your brain will go to these skits. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. I was just listening to an interview with someone famous, and they were talking about how when they were a kid, they did the Bass-O-Matic sketch.
That's good
Dan
bass.
Aykroyd, and then they did it, and it was really good. And the other host was like, what is that? What is that? And they had like no idea what it was. And it's funny because I would say if you said, what was your SNL generation? For me, I would be like, well, it was like Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, David Spade, like that group for me. But
Yeah.
then in college and in like late high school, it was like Will Ferrell and that group. But there were some years in there where Will Ferrell was on it, but the show like kind of stunk.
Yeah.
For quite like him and Sherry O'Terry, and they would do, I remember those, but there's some gray area there of like, when did Adam Sandler and them leave? And then those guys came in, you know?
Yeah. Like the Phil Hartman, Dana Carvey
that was mine.
years.
Jan
Yeah.
Hooks, Jan
Yeah.
Hooks.
Colon Blow?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, colon blow. Like, so when I am old. I do remember though, like when Eddie Murphy was on it. So I was a little kid at that time, and I wasn't either allowed to watch it or I wasn't interested, or it
Right.
was on late at night, obviously. But some people I knew that were my age, like, would quote the Eddie Murphy stuff. I'm like, what is the buckwheat thing and Mr. Robinson's
Are we
Neighborhood
supposed
and
to
all
talk
these
about
things?
this?
Well, no, I mean, but it was on the show, right? So, and eventually I saw it all, and it's all hilarious. But, you know, it's sort of like, that's when I first became really conscious of it existing.
Yeah. I
What
remember
was
that.
the best line from the one you just saw with Matt Damon? One of.
No offense, but bird in hell.
Yeah.
And then she's like, bitch! And she comes across the table and tries to, and then they're just arguing over Weezer facts.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing.
It's
Okay,
so
but
inside.
what side are you on, dude? Blue Album or Pinkerton?
No, I think I'm on her side.
Yeah.
The very early on Weezer
Yeah.
was the best Weezer.
Yeah. Oh, Beverly Hills is where she hates
Before
it.
they
No
went
actual
mainstream.
Weezer fan likes Beverly Hills.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
He's arguing for like basically to the present day.
Yeah.
They're still good. You know.
The Green
whatever.
Album.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right? I don't know. You're a Weezer nerd. A Weezerd.
Yeah.
Weezer.
Well, you can hear us wheeze out every morning from 5:30 to 10. Listen on the free Mix app that's waiting for you in the Apple App Store and Google Play. And hey, no offense, but burn in hell.